Let's have a big round of applause for Anson Sat, 石振宇.
So I walk into this fourth grade classroom. Good morning, class. I'm Mr. Sat, your new teacher for this semester. Take out your books and let's review what you've learned. They look so sad, so depressed. I'm like, okay, if you don't want to review, what do you want to learn? And all 20 students shouted, nothing! Nothing. Come on, there's a whole world of discovery, problems to be solved. And they're like, where's the fun? You're thinking of something else, right? The biggest challenge in education is motivating students. And 20 years ago, those fourth graders made me ask the most important question. Why are some students not motivated to learn? The world's challenging, problems complex. That's motivating enough, right? Unfortunately, no. But humans are born to learn. Dr. Nicholas Christakis, physician and sociologist at Yale, argued in his book, The Blueprint, that humans are pre-wired for learning. Learning is normal, natural, and necessary. When we were young, our worlds expanded by riding our bicycles to virtually online. As adults, we travel the world, meet new friends, learn new languages. Even when we retire, we learn how to bake, dance, or do whatever that satisfies our curiosity. Learning satisfies our curiosity. It grows us. So you want to learn nothing. Our DNA says, that's impossible. But I want to find out what would happen if I let those fourth graders do nothing. Would they fall in love with learning again? Or would I have to find a new job? And in just 3 days, Mr. Sat, could you teach us something? Teach? Why, teaching's fun. And what a semester we had. We debated social issues, investigated science. They loved every moment. They loved learning again. What ignited their passion for learning? They shifted their perspective so that they could see that learning is fun. And I observed that students who do this get the most out of life. So today, I'm going to share with you 3 steps that will help students get their passion back and on the road to endless possibilities. This was my former student, George. When I met George, he was in the 10th grade. He was busy playing video games. Now, he had gone through so many tutors and cram schools, and yet his scores, his ranking, and self-esteem were rock bottom. I didn't want to be the typical tutor, so I held my tongue when it came to scores and performance. You know, the usual motivational talk? In fact, I let him do the talking in English. And at first, there was nothing but silence. But after a while, he opened up about technology, iPhone 5, video games. But in that moment, in that summer, he decided that he wanted to go to California, be on a summer camp, and visit the campuses of Facebook, Google, and other major companies in California. And when he came back, he totally changed. He had that Silicon Valley, what's that word? Swag? He opened up his bag, and out came books. No video games, George? Nah, I'm interested in tech startups. What? Yeah, you bought books about tech companies, biographies, manuals, and you started idolizing Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg. And he started teaching me about these things in my English class. What's even crazier, he started to speak English to his Chinese-speaking friends. I don't know. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna be in America in a couple of years. I'm gonna graduate from there, start my tech company there, and I'm gonna practice my English with you. And if you don't like it, well, you're not my friend. What the heck happened? George went from video game addict to, well, graduating from San Jose University this month with a business tech degree. He became fluent in English, ACES, GPD, TOEFL, coding, video editing, you name it. And yet, he was not afraid to learn. I'm like, George, your family owns a huge international company. Couldn't you just take that over? Why go to America? He's like, yeah, I could. Probably will. But I really want to learn and be in the tech industry. What ignited his passion for learning? He did step number 1. See the meaning in everything that you do. Let me use ESL to explain. Okay, everyone. Pop quiz. What's this word in Chinese? Together? Ding, 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 you passed the test. Congratulations. But did you know that these words actually have no meaning whatsoever? No meaning. Because in your mind, you might see this, or Puffy, my dog. So cute. What about smartphone? You see iPhone or Android? All right, the stocks just went up. What about basketball? Any basketball players in the house? Well, you might know that a basketball jersey costs about 20 bucks US. LA Lakers jersey, 200. And recently, Kobe Bryant's jersey sold for 20,000 US dollars. They're jerseys, but different meanings bring different values. Therefore, something has no meaning until you put an experience or an expectation of experience on it. So if we're to value the subjects that we learn, we have to see our future and see how we connect to it. What does science, math, money, or prestige mean to us? Because without meaning, we need to be pushed. External motivation, extrinsic motivation. We need to be pushed by teachers, parents, the world. That's not how our brain works when it comes to learning. So, if a girl hates math, you can say, hey, you know Type A 101? The person who built that building saw it through math. And now we can all enjoy it. Or the boy who hates martial arts. Hey, buddy, I think you can protect us and our friends from bullies. Or the person who hates chemistry. Maybe you're the one who will find the cure for cancer. In other words, we have to continually ask the questions. Why are we learning this, and what's in it for me? I observed that students who do this, that find meaning, satisfy 3 principles. Can it satisfy my curiosity and imagination? Can it influence others? And can it make an impact? So lives change when perspectives change. Let me share another story. My student. From a young age, Shelton grew up playing sports, golf, tennis, but ended up deciding on badminton. You see, at first, he wanted to just play with his family. But he dreamed of traveling the world. So to do that, he became a pro. And at the age of 19, he is traveling the world, but he's also world number 6 and Taiwan's youngest professional player. And recently, his teammate suffered an injury, and that inspired him to become a doctor. And just 10 days ago, he lied me. He said, "Teacher, I got accepted to one of the most prestigious medical universities in Europe." Now, Shelton found meaning in badminton just because he wanted to play with his family. But then he saw traveling, meeting new people, learning new cultures, and getting paid at the same time. Now he's on his way to becoming a medical doctor. Another student of mine, Adam, was just an ordinary 6-year-old boy until he heard his father play rock music for the first time. And he instantly fell in love with the sounds and the beats. So when he held that guitar in his hand for the very first time, he practiced like 2 to 3 hours almost every day. And now, 6 years later, he plans to study in America, form his own rock band, and has every detail of his journey planned out until the year 2030. Adam rarely talks about money or fame. He just wants to rock and play in front of people. This move from extrinsic motivation, being pushed to intrinsic motivation, your inner desires, happens when you shift perspectives. And the key is forming an expectation of experience, finding meaning, going beyond the numbers. It answers the questions, why am I doing this? What's in it for me? And in an instant, you'll feel a rush of excitement and high self-esteem. And that brings us to step number 2, forming an identity. How important is identity? Everything. Let's take a look at George. We can see that from his identity, he planned out his future, ignited his passion for learning, and we know the results 6 years later. Your identity gravitates you to the things you need to learn or do in order to enhance that identity. Scores and numbers, not so important anymore, because you want to do your best. You want to succeed, just like Lee High School. But some people, they do it the other way. They're results-oriented, numbers and scores focused. They lack focus on the process and identity, and they'll find learning boring and a chore. They'll say, where's the fun? I discovered that we ought to say the words, I am, more often. I once started a speech in a contest with the words, do you know who I am? Totally shocked the judges. And I won. And I want you to win. Are you ready to tell the world who you are? Because I am are the most powerful words you could ever say. Because I am defines you to the very core. It drives you and pushes you to prove who you say you are. I am protects you from failure and gives you the focus and power to succeed. I am a tech entrepreneur. I am an athlete and a medical doctor. I am a rock star. What are you going to say after the words, I am? If you don't know, that's okay. Just make sure you say the words, I am still learning. Everyone say it with me. I am still learning.
I am still learning.
I am still learning kills all fear. It kills all fear. Going into a test, I'm still learning. Having to face your parents, I'm still learning. Kills all fear. But if you keep on learning, you'll eventually find the subject or the project that will give you deep meaning, your identity, and endless possibilities. Now, as a parent and an educator, I've seen so many amazing and talented people. Yet, I feel compelled to say that our education system needs to focus more on helping our next generation discover who they are. Let's use our resources to assess our students, help them find their passions and values. You see, they're not bored or rebellious. They just haven't discovered their true selves. So, if we see students down, let's shift their perspective. The most successful people shift their perspectives. They never let results define them. They always learn to become better, stronger, and faster. It's who they are. It's what gives them meaning. So I stand before you as a proud teacher. I've been so blessed. I've been teaching for 20 years. And I must say this, that life is like a children's book. They're big and bold, yet words so small. Why? Because life wants you to dive into the story. So you are so much bigger than numbers. Shift your perspectives. See the real meaning. Be the real you. So dive in. Start your story. And you will never stop learning. Thank you. I think I also have 2 minutes, so just like Mr. Haisholi, I just want to say thank you so much for inviting me to this wonderful presentation. Thank you, TEDx, and thank you all for being inspiration. I want to just thank God for this opportunity, and also my wife is going to be watching this on YouTube, so thank you, Jennifer. Thank you for helping me and supporting me and taking care of my kids and all the stuff that's too long for me to say. And also, I just want to say, you are the next generation, and you carry the baton of our future. It's just my hope, and all the teachers here, we just hope you can make a difference, because we really can see the struggles, as was pointed out earlier, and you are our future solutions. So I hope you can go home and think about your identity. And once you find your identity, endless possibilities. Thank you.